Hello everyone, this is ACH AI Akaya, and we are in the championship game, the matchup, the final game in the 2v2 SCBG Open Tournament right now. And the winner of this game is going to receive the entirety of the prize pool to split between the two teammates of the winning team. But anyways, this is going to be played on Arid Wastes. We see Azreal spawning here down at the bottom at the 6 o'clock position, his ally Bubba spawning at the 8 o'clock position here, and they are facing off once again against FabIntegral at the 2 o'clock position here, and at the 12 o'clock position, Darrenc C as the Protoss. And we have seen some absolutely incredible games back and forth. Just both of these teams love high pressure, fast counters, lots of pressure, just back and forth, trying to get any small advantage. And we've seen some fantastic games so far between these two teams in the finals. And 13, what do you expect to see in this final matchup? We've got everything on the line right now. There's no more mistakes that are allowed to be made. Whatever happens, this game happens, and you know, the winner's the winner. That's all there is to it. You can't make up for it next game.
Well, I'm very excited to see what happens in this fifth and final game of the SCBG Open 2v2 tournament. You know, both you and I were expecting for a very nice final round tournament, and we've seen that happen right here going into the fifth game. I think we've seen basically two different play styles from these teams. You know, Darrenc C and FabIntegral like to kind of go high pressure, keep you on your heels, and Azreal and Bubba have kind of sat back a little bit more. I wouldn't say they're just pure macroing, but they've they've won both of their games with that Infestor and Siege Tank combination, and I think that's what they're going to try to get to again.
And it looks like Darrenc C getting a very early double gate here, possibly going to be going for a pretty quick zealot push here. That is really quick.
Yeah, we've yet to see him do this right now. Basically every game he's gone gate Cybercore, but he's got a double gate up right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we've seen, he likes to use that zealot sentry stalker combination. So the fact that he's only getting gateways, possibly indicating that he's going to do some kind of all-in zealot push here. And there are already 6 Zerglings out on the map from FabIntegral. So once again, that is very quick. And if you look at the harvester count, he actually only has 11 harvesters right now. So it looks like he may have done some kind of a 10 pull. So these guys are going for some very heavy early pressure. Going to try to win this game in the early game and just not let it get to a late game where they can worry about dealing with those infestors. Because really the problem for them to fix right now is how to deal with that infestor tank combination like we've been seeing the past couple games. So I'm guessing that they're just deciding at this point, like, hey, we can't let them get to that tech. We have to end the game before they get there. Otherwise, we're going to lose again.
Yeah, and we can see that Bubba realizes that there's a lot of pressure coming his way, throwing down 2 spine crawlers. I think that's probably going to be enough to hold this off.
Yeah, absolutely. Although he's going to need to defend them while they get up, and it looks like he is going to have enough Zerglings to force this push back, because that spine crawler is just now coming up, and the second one going to be up here as well. So 2 spine crawlers going to be up here to defend against this early push. It looks like he may be safe from this, at least for a little bit, as we were trying to get some Marines up there. One Marine already taking a ton of damage, and another Marine finding himself way out of position here, going to be dying very quickly, I would imagine, if these Zerglings can intercept him. Yes, and it looks like they are going to be able to.
It looks like Darrenc C and FabIntegral right now are thinking, okay, Bubba, if you're going to throw up 2 spine crawlers, we're just going to try to hit your opponent. It looks like they're sending all their units right now at Azreal's base.
Yeah, absolutely, and I cannot say that I am surprised by this, to be honest, but Azreal seems like he is well prepared. He has 2 supply depots and a bunker going down, and actually putting his factory right behind one of the supply depots, which of course, even if he kills the supply depot on the bottom here, it is still going to be a full wall off with that factory and the bunker behind it. And that bunker just now getting finished, going to throw that 1 Marine in there and then immediately start repairing it with his SCVs, likewise repairing the supply depot at the top of the entrance, going to force these guys to back up once again. So it looks like for the time being, Bubba and Azreal have managed to hold off this very early push with these all-in Lings and Zealots, but there are some Lings caught out of place for Bubba right now. It looks like he is going to lose them. A great concave from FabIntegral right now, really able to surround those Zerglings and just take them out without any problems.
I'm not really sure why Darrenc C chose to focus down that one supply depot right there in the entrance. There was clearly a factory behind it. He really needed to be focusing on the other one.
I think his thought was, because the bunker was still being built, if you can kill the SCV that's building the bunker before it's finished, then you can take down the bunker a lot easier, because obviously there won't be any units in there and they won't have any SCVs. At least at the time there was no SCVs there to actually defend that, or to repair that bunker while it was being attacked.
Here comes some Banelings.
The Baneling bust. Oh, and the supply depot is going to go down, and there is only 1 Hellion. 2 Hellions just now, a second one coming out, and 2 Marines. There is a lot to deal with right now and it looks like there is going to be a ton of micro in Azreal's hands right now, trying to deal with all of these Zerglings and going to manage to take out most of these Zerglings, although one Hellion going down, the other Hellion managing to take out the rest of the Zerglings, it looks like, and some Zerglings coming in from his ally Bubba here as well, going to try to defend against this. But there are so many Zealots, I don't think that there's anything he can do to defend against this many Zealots, and it looks like that other Hellion has been taken out. Another Hellion being built right now for Azreal, but this one Hellion is not going to be enough to take on that many Zealots and Speedlings, it looks like, and already losing all of his SCVs. He really needs to just lift off and get out of there because he is being overrun and he needs to salvage what he can. But meanwhile, it looks like there are some Roaches and Zerglings moving out across the map, possibly going to try to do a counterattack on FabIntegral, realizing that these guys are a little bit all in right now. And Darren C managing to get some Zealots in there, trying to wall off his entrance, although I think there's still a small gap there. You might be able to squeeze some Speedlings through, but it looks like FabIntegral is wise to the to Bubba's counterattack, going to try to come back and defend that, but not able to get his units in the right position and actually loses most of his Speedlings that were trying to defend against that. Meanwhile, Azreal lifting off and going back to Bubba's base, trying to keep alive, and here come the Speedlings into FabIntegral's base, taking down that Queen. Oh, a great Baneling.
Here comes some more Banelings.
The Baneling taking back down all of those offensive Zerglings.
FabIntegral's down to one drone. He's severely injured right now. It's almost like a 1v1 at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Although here comes all of the Zealots right now trying to get in there, and there are a decent amount of Roaches here to defend along with these Spine Crawlers. He may actually be able to hold this off, and as you can see, using that oh, what's that ability called? My goodness. Transfusion. Yes, it is. Sorry about that. It is really late, and we have been casting games for way too long, so my mind is starting to go to mush. But anyways, using Transfusion on that Roach, really managing to keep that Roach alive for long enough to push those Zealots back, but they're going to take down the barracks at the front entrance, and these Roaches are going to be forced to retreat to that creep so that they can move a little bit quicker. And it looks like Bubba does not yet have the layer upgrade, so he's not going to be able to upgrade that speed.
And he's being a little bit too aggressive with those Roaches. It really needs to just kind of sit back and defend right now.
Yeah, absolutely. He is going to be in big trouble here if he cannot manage to get some tech here or get something to get him out on the map, because right now he is just going to be stuck in his base until he can manage to get something a little bit more mobile than these Roaches, because once the Roaches get off the creep without that speed upgrade, they are essentially useless.
Yeah, the very last thing he wants to happen is, you know, some sort of surround from those Zerglings or surround from those Zealots, which is obviously a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, definitely. And there are a ton of units just starting to stockpile outside of Bubba's base, and Bubba getting out there trying to kite some of these Zerglings here. Although here they come. They are going... Oh, no, they're going to get a surround on these Roaches, and the Roaches are going to go down, it looks like.
Oh, that's a really, really critical move right there. Those Roaches were kind of his best bet for holding those Zealots off. And it looks like those Zealots are going to have pretty free reign over this Queen right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Only 2 Spine Crawlers with 1 Queen is not going to be nearly enough to defend against all of this. I mean, these Spine Crawlers can do everything they can. Here come a few Zerglings trying to help defend. Oh, but no, the Banelings get in the mix, and oh my goodness. So much death. It kills everything except for 3 drones here. And it looks like our champions are going to be FabIntegral and Darren C. So congratulations to these guys winning the SCBG Open 2v2 tournament. They are going to be the proud owners of a new Saytech Gaming Eclipse keyboard, a Razer Death Outer mouse, a official StarCraft 2 Marauder mouse pad, and a Creative Fatality gaming headset. So thank you to everybody for watching. Thanks for supporting the tournament and participating for all the teams that signed up. 13, do you have any closing thoughts that you want to throw in this
I
before?
just want to give special thanks to Shock's strategy guy. You know, this whole tournament wouldn't have been able to happen without him. You know, they're just a really great resource for new people, intermediate players. I've even learned a couple build orders just checking out that guide. Check it out, guys, and just mad props to him.
Yeah, absolutely. And I did want to mention, too, that we are going to have an interview up with the winning team here. Hopefully that will be up around the same time that this game is posted on YouTube. But if it's not, fret not, it will be up there soon. There are some sound difficulties that we're going to try to edit as much as we can to actually fix the sound as much as possible. So hopefully we can give you guys a good, solid interview. But thanks for watching once again to everybody. And hopefully, if you guys liked the games, you'll subscribe and tell your friends, and we'll let you guys know if we're going to do another tournament sometime soon, and hopefully we can get the same kind of response that we did this time. Have a great time, guys, and keep playing StarCraft 2. GG.
GG.